It was just really loud because it was vibrating some of the tools that I keep on top of it. There's a spatula for taking prints off the bed. There's a few binder clips. There's a pair of tweezers. And it was just shaking all of them. Yo, Reiki, you have a great rest of your night too, bud. Yo, thank you for stopping by. And everyone, thanks again for making 2023 just a freaking great year. Yo, Creamy! I'm sorry, I didn't welcome you, bud. I'm sorry. Apologize. Appreciate that shout out for Creamy. Yeah, guys, much appreciated. Like, I know it's just sort of like a thing Twitch does, but, you know, seeing the growth from this year really did feel pretty good. This gave me a nice little boost there. Feeling pretty good. Definitely looking forward to what next year's gonna be. Hopefully that does mean more printer streams. Hopefully that does mean an actual printer cam. Huh, can you guys even hear the music? It looks like the output for the music is really low. Oh my god, the music seems really quiet to my voice. Or should I just bring my voice down and you all have to turn your volume up? Music seems good to you? Okay. Yeah, because the volume I hear it at isn't the same as the output volume that you guys hear it at. So, like, my volume control for the music is through Windows, which is not what anything OBS cares about. Yeah, if there ever seems to be, like, an audio levels issue... Good on your end? Okay. I'll leave it there then. I also bumped the bitrate up just a little bit. If I put the bitrate right at 6000, I seem to drop frames a lot. So I try to keep it around 5800. So hopefully things look a little cleaner, a little sharper. Hopefully these numbers are legible. You just have to take my word for it that it's printing a layer. It's printing away. It's doing things. It's melting plastic. You're usually at 3000 for your bitrate. You're on Wi-Fi, right? Is your notebook doing the whole broadcast on Wi-Fi? Hardwired, really? I'm surprised you're doing it at 3000 then. Is that just a limitation of the bandwidth you have available? Like your actual service provider bandwidth? Oh, the nozzle's moving around. It's doing a thing. Look at that. It's super cool. Take my word for it. Higher bitrate, harder on encoders? What encoder are you using? I mean, yeah. I think my stream encoding is taking 11% or 19% video encoding. Invank? Huh. You can do 3D printing at the local library. Libraries have been great about that. That's something that has been wonderful that libraries have been doing. Libraries around here do the same thing. They've got some printers, they got some laser cutters. I think one library even made a push to get a full-on CNC machine. It's that whole little maker movement from about 5 years ago was awesome. The pandemic kind of tampered it down a little bit, but I hope it does bounce back. But man, 3D printing is just a very rewarding, very gratifying process. So you're using NVIDIA's, yeah, the NVENC encoder. But you're on a laptop, right? So I understand that there's a shared resources situation there. Like, I don't really know. I haven't laptoped in a while. But doesn't the GPU and the system RAM, like the system RAM is shared with the GPU, right? And they're always a little cut back in performance compared to like the desktop counterparts. Pentium 2, damn. Reminds me of that old like White and Nerdy song. No wait, no. Even older song from Weird Al. Damn, he's been around. All about the Pentiums. God, what kind of chip you got in there? A Dorito? Damn. That was what? 2000? 2001? 30 gig 8 or 3070 with 8 gig dedicated? You should be doing fine with those stats then. Yeah, you could I'd say try bumping it up to 5800. Definitely make sure your notebook is plugged in and set to performance mode. If you're set to like... So here's the thing. I don't know how it is for Windows 11, but I know for Windows 10, even though it was plugged in, you could still be set to like battery mode, and it would still nerf the performance of your notebook. So yeah, just... Yeah, look for performance mode, and I guess also look for... I don't know, where's power settings, power options? Like, see if you can find like high performance or something. I don't really need high performance. I'm running a 5700X. That's not a high performance CPU. It's a thermally efficient CPU. I don't actually need high performance out of it. But still, when I'm gaming, Windows noises, black screen. Yeah, like when I'm gaming, I just manually set it to 4.4 all core. So I don't bother with high performance or balanced. In fact, Ryzen got rid of the Ryzen balanced performance profile altogether. AMD's like, we don't need that no more. You remember that song? That song was forever ago, man. Makes me feel old. Makes me feel even older that I confused it with White and Nerdy. God, Weird Al, man. He has outlasted a lot of the creators he spoofed. Watching reaction videos? You don't need to watch reaction videos. You can just go to his official channel and watch his videos. Support his official channel. Yeah, I don't mess with the on-the-fly RAM tuning because that just seems like an insta-crash. But I should be running in coupled mode. Memory control, coupled, fabric clock 1800, mem clock 1800. Show manual, yeah. Include. Yeah, so coupled mode is on. Don't really need to worry about any of that, so I just turn all that off. But I lock my voltage at 1.125 and put the cores as high as I can take them at the lower voltage. God, if there's one criticism I have of Ryzen, is that it really does love voltage. Like, unnecessary amounts of voltage. But still, 1.125 for 4.4 is not bad. Not bad at all. And usually when gaming, it'll just hold 1.3 to boost to like 3.6 or 3.8. It's like, its built-in boosting behavior makes no sense. It eats a ton of voltage for lower clocks. Like, I'm sure there's some instability here, but this seems perfectly stable for gaming. Been using this for a long time. Oh, stretch! Had to write a letter to You had to write a letter to a celebrity in your 9th grade English class. Weird Al's who you picked? I never did get a letter back. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Sadly, I have never seen Weird Al live. Despite despite the fact he's come to my town multiple times, I've never seen Weird Al live. He has come not near my town, he has come to my town. And Devo's on their retirement tour, and I didn't get to see them either. I would have loved to have seen their farewell tour. I think they're wrapping that up, if they haven't wrapped it up already. Cracking the whip one last time. Yeah, Rise of Master pretty neat. You must whip it. When the cream sets out too long, you must whip it. Something's going wrong. I used to love Devo. Then they started putting out bad albums. Yeah, I remember the first time I heard the Total Devo album. I'm like, no. What was it? There was a string of some pretty not terrific albums. Oh No It's Devo was kind of... yeah. Shout had a few decent songs, but by way and large wasn't too big of a fan of Shout. Total Devo was completely forgettable. And Smooth Noodle Maps had a few decent songs. But the last half of Devo's popularity, like the last half of their record releases, were just terrible. It was a kind of a shame. Kind of a real shame. But then they had a new album in 2010 that was pretty decent. Oh yeah, that song he did for episode 1. Yeah, I remember that. And then of course the most infamous Amish Paradise. Him and Coolio were at odds for a while. And I mean like 15 years, right? They didn't get along for a minute. Coolio was very upset. I don't know exactly what the story was, but I think somebody who represented the label approved the parody, but not Coolio himself. And I can understand why. That might be the story. I don't know. I never paid too close of attention to it. Yeah, Coolio was not happy. It's printing stuff, just take my word for it. I'm actually gonna go check on it, see what it's doing. Yeah, looks good. Oh yeah. It smells like Nirvana. Oh. That was a really popular music video back in the day. God, it's hard to believe, like, he's been going strong since the freaking 80s, man. Yeah, Coolio passed away. Wasn't the last thing he worked on like one of the episodes for the newer future of Futurama? That was like one of the last things he worked on, wasn't it? Futurama just won't stay dead. As much as I love Futurama, I felt like its last run ended on such a high note that it didn't need to come back. I've only seen a few of the newer episodes, but it seems perfectly fine. That's about the best I can say. It seems fine. Now that's going to take 2 hours and 20 minutes to print. I feel like this has a good chance at working. Maybe not perfectly well, but I feel like this has a chance to work. If anything, it might have difficulty working in reverse. Like when I reverse the iris and try to put the jaws back, that's where it might have a problem. But like I said, this is just to test an alternative design. I've already got a design that works very well. Like the old design works just fine. If not a little more fragile, but it does work. God, we had a pretty long stream evening working on this. It still kills me that I was new to Twitch at the time, and I thought putting the VOD in a library or in a group saved the VOD, but it didn't. It just let the VOD get deleted. It kept the library, an empty library, but it still deleted the VOD. I was so gutted that I lost, like, the inception and the design and the development of this. Like, if there's anything I really do, like, could contribute in some meaningful way to, like, fight stick design or arcade sticks or fight sticks in general, would be a locking pivot iris. Or a pivot locking iris, damn. Everybody's always looking for a way to just remove the shaft for travel. Like, when you have a full-size arcade stick, the shaft and whatever handle you have is pretty irritating to deal with, so just being able to remove it completely. And having the stick be by design to remove it conveniently and quickly. And then to reacquire it and recapture it. Just, if I can contribute one thing and it be this, I would be very happy. Am I still playing Street Fighter 6? I'm not. I kinda just stopped. I really got sick of fighting Ken and JP. I tapped out about the time Rashid dropped. I tapped out around there. I might come back, but by way and large, I was just starting to get more annoyed by some of the Street Fighter 6 characters rather than just being excited to play against them. It's like, oh, we're doing Jerry again, okay. Oh, we're doing Eddie again, okay. Oh, we're doing JP again, okay. And it just got annoying. It wasn't engaging, it wasn't fun, it was just annoying. Remember some of the later episodes being kind of dark? There were a few somber episodes, yeah. You'd move your videos over to YouTube. See, I didn't understand at the time how to clip and how to highlight. So I'll definitely make sure that... So what I can do is I can just highlight the entire VOD, and then it'll save the VOD. It'll save the VOD indefinitely. So I definitely want to keep the VOD of this. Yeah, we can get rid of this one. This one's garbage. Get rid of that one. I'll be interested to see how this works. Oh no! Oh my god. I thought I deleted the wrong one. I was like, oh my god, I deleted the wrong one. The original one is still here. No, 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 no. This is this. Oh god, I nearly had a full-on like panic attack there for a moment. Oh god. Don't do that to me. Get out of here. Delete. Over here, call this line. Move this to line. Get rid of all that junk. Little panic, little micro panic attack there. Don't do that to self. I'll be interested to see how this works. I mean, while technically I spoke about this earlier, while technically in the design it shows an interference with the bolt that I use for assembly, when I actually put this together, the bolts usually are much lower. Like, they're not actually this tall. And if they do interfere, I can shave these down. I could just file them down or Dremel them down. It'll be fine. What I'd love to do, if this does work, is use this as a foundation for making a full-size arcade stick. I have some idea, like, if I can build this as a full-size stick, I do have some cool ideas that I'd like to implement for adjustability as well. 3D printed, maybe. It maybe might hold up to abuse. The material I use is a stronger material. I don't know what additive they put into it, but it has better layer adhesion, and it's a little more durable than regular PLA. It's a little stronger material. And honestly, this little one has held up so well, I think that a larger version would be more robust. This stick, there's a lot of differences. This one uses a series of magnets for return to center. So it's got a magnetic return to center rather than a spring return to center. And because it's magnetic, I don't have any of these. Let's see. I'll see if I can pull up a video on my Twitter. I'm going to cover up chat for just a moment. Go home. Where's me? Where's my media? Here we go. So here's how the stick works. You iris, you unlock, you remove the shaft. Then you reinsert the shaft. And then you lock the iris. And then the shaft can't come back out. There's no other stick that does this. This is the only stick that does this. And I did that. That's mine. That's me. That's my Twitter, Moonbase Tom. That's me. That's my stream, Moonbase Tom. And there's the CAD. Well, there's the CAD. There's the CAD for it. This is new CAD. I'm testing an alternative design. I don't want to patent it, honestly. You know, I don't want to. Like I say, if I can add something to this, I'd be more than happy to do so. I've wrestled with that a lot. Here's the thing, like, if I patent it, it'll basically be a beached whale for me. Yeah, I'm leaving myself vulnerable for a company to take it and do something with it. But if an arcades part manufacturer did do that, they can put it in more hands than I can, if that makes sense. Like, the best I could ever do is a few 3D printed, like maybe a few here, maybe a few there. Someone who has the means to actually manufacture in the tens of thousands, I don't know. You know, I say that now, but when it happens, I don't know. Maybe I'll be hyper salty. Maybe it's a terrible take. Maybe it's a bad idea. But if I can just add something. There's my sticks. There's currently my sticks. There's the clamp-on one that I worked on earlier this year. Sell it. It's more likely... So what tends to happen is a company would see what you're doing, and they would try to find any way they can to get around your patent anyway. Like, that's what's going to happen. They wouldn't buy it. They would try to circumvent the patent and do it their own way. You're talking about already, like, less than reputable companies. Companies will do whatever they can to avoid actually having to pay for stuff. Yeah, they would probably not have a... They'd probably get around, like, they would try... So, here's the thing. I don't think I can patent a magnetic stick, because those already exist. There are already magnetic joysticks with switchless magnetic joysticks that use an electromagnet for return to center. So... I don't believe I can patent that. And... Whoops. I don't know how to go about this, as well as I don't have $15,000 to patent it. Patents are expensive, because you gotta hire a lawyer, and lawyers have to do a lot of research. And those lawyers cost hourly. That's also another reason why. I'm just guessing, but you'd have to hire a patent lawyer, and they're not cheap. They're hella not cheap. I used to know a guy who was a patent lawyer, which is why I never patented anything, because I knew what he charged per hour. And he wouldn't give me a break on it. I'm just making up that amount. It could be... It's still very expensive, but, you know... Oh yeah, that was a little shrew I found on the walk path. Some little shrew chilling out. I love shrews and their little beady eyes. They're just tiny little beady eyes. It's like a mouse and a hamster. You remember that shrew? Adorable little guy. Man, I could have sworn I had more pictures of the development of that stick. These are the push buttons I came up with for my stick. Those things are so feather light. These things are so stupid light. They are so fast. I love it. That's really loud. You're smacking my own ears, Tom. So, as a consequence for the buttons being so light, I could accidentally trigger them. So like if I just smack on the deck a few times, you'd see that I'd occasionally get an attack thrown out. Yeah, see, there was an inadvertent kick from just smacking the deck. There's another one. Those buttons are so damn light. I'm really happy with them though. I tried to come up with a 90-degree rotation on the switch to try to make them more safe against accidental actuation. But that didn't work. Ads. Man, the thing didn't pop up again. I'm getting so tired of that. But yeah, the whole point in the plunger pushing this sideways was to make sure that these didn't accidentally get tripped by just some vibration on the control deck. Still happened though. God, when did I get this? Back in August, man. I have been moving very slowly on the second one of these. These are the magnets I use. There's my stick in my button. God, look how bad those layers are. Jeez, that looks terrible. I need to replace the nozzle and the hot end. They're doing so-so work. There it is. There's the printer I need to get upstairs. It's got a different hot end. You can't see the you can't see the hot end. It's got a different extruder and a different hot end. You can't see the hot end from here. It is a Chongus though. Come on, ads, damn! Man, I haven't made many posts as of late, have I? Yo, I think the ads are over. I forget what I was trying to do with this. What was I doing with that? Oh, right. I wanted the tightest movement gate I could get that indexed every direction. But the problem is when you have a square movement gate, you can bring like left and right and up and down closer together, but then you make the diagonals very unreliable. And what I tried to do was make a tight movement gate that had pivots so that it would open up when you move to the diagonals. So you'd move to the diagonal, it would open up to allow proper actuation of both switches so that your angles were very crisp and sharp. And then when you would move out of the angle, it would spring return to center. This was the day I discovered not all springs are created equal. And the thing failed flat out loud. Because the springs could never keep these things exactly where they needed to be to function correctly. I want to circle back to this at some point and see if I can find another way to center these. Because if they don't get centered correctly when you move the stick back off of them, then they can jam up. They can get jammed and not work correctly. Where's the video of it working? Did the Twitter take it away? Twitter take that away? Who are you? Why are you staring at me? Huh. Yeah, the video of it here. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. There was a time I was playing with movement gates pretty regularly. So I tried to make a clover gate, but the green gate shows over travel on my clover gate design, and I just had to skip it. It was really tight on the diagonals, but it was too generous. Up, down, left, right. Yeah, I played with gates for a while, trying to make the best gate, but it just never really worked. Damn, where did the video of that thing go? Where it was actually working? Oh, there it is. It worked well enough. It didn't work super great. You can see it get jammed here a few times. If that more reliably returned to center... I came up with a second design where these were arranged in a square, but it was even less reliable than the diamond design. I see what's going on. That was switching from 30 mil to 24 mil. And then I eventually just dropped other... Strangely enough, the Sanwa 24 mil felt really heavy despite being the same actuation weight as the 30. But I think it's because the 30 have a really large, generous plunger size that you just get more leverage on them. So these ended up feeling really, really heavy. And they were not enjoyable to use. For me, they weren't. That's why I went and built my own and made them stupid feather light. I use the same sub-miniature micro switches that I use in my miniature, that I use in my mini sticks. But yeah, that's just the arcade stuff I've been working on for a while. Do love working on stuff, and it's nice to get back up and printing again too. Oh my god, it still got 2 hours. I don't know that I got 2 hours in me, guys. It's probably time to start thinking about wrapping it up. I still need to make support for these. Do that real quick. Offset that 0.23. About there. Up there. Drop it down 0.1. Offset 1.5. That's fine. Why is it doing that? See the finished product next time? Yeah. Yeah, I want to get that built up. It'll probably be built up tomorrow. I'll keep working on it throughout the morning. So there's all the support that needs. Move that over to support. If it works, I'll be pretty happy. Right now, I give it a 50-50 shot at working. I give it a 50-50. I can see it working easily opened, but I can see it not working so well in reverse. But we'll just have to see. Probably going to need a little bit of sanding. But if it's a little more robust than the original design, I'll probably incorporate this moving forward. I'm still really damn proud of the design I came up with. Still really damn proud of that. Those materials. Where are the shadows? Shadows? There we go. Yeah, very happy with that. Still kicking myself for thinking I saved the VOD, but didn't. Edge softening, 0.3. Oh, that's way too much edge softening. .1. That doesn't show up so well. Edge softening is kind of terrible in this software. Best to just not do it. It applies a really awful chamfer to the display mesh. But guys, that's it for me tonight. I'd like to thank you for stopping by. We'll see about video games maybe tomorrow night. So far, no real pain in my eye. It's feeling a lot better. Hopefully I'm past this and it doesn't come back tomorrow. I said that Sunday, but then it started hurting real bad when I went to bed, so we'll see how it feels later tonight. We'll see how it feels tomorrow, but hopefully it'll be better. Yeah, it was just screaming Saturday, and it was off and on Sunday, and it was off and on most of the day as well, but yeah, we'll see about gaming tomorrow, see what happens. But guys, I am getting out of here. Let me see if anybody I know is on. Damn it is on, and he is playing some Avatar. It's an Avatar The Last Airbender. Space cat people. Let's go check out Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, and it's a different Pandora. FYI, it's no claptraps on this Pandora. Hey guys, I will see you tomorrow night. You all have a great rest of your evening. And until then, take care.
You'll know you're there when you see the tick. It's, huge. There's gonna be smaller ticks. You need to break their pipes and then close the valve. Tick?
Come on, Twitch. There we go. Alright guys, take care. I'll see you tomorrow.